Today, I am on a mission to try every single churro at Disneyland. With over 10 crazy specialty churros across the resort, I'll be tasting and ranking every churro you can currently find at the happiest place on Earth. Without a doubt, the most iconic snack at Disneyland is a churro, and over the years, these churros have evolved quite a bit. Yes, you can still find the classic cinnamon sugar-coated churro, but almost every cart also has their own unique churro, with different sugars and toppings as well. As of the current date of filming, there are 11 different churros to be found across Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. And after I try all of them, I'll rank them from worst to best. Let's get this challenge started here in DCA at Willie's Churros. Willie's Churros is kind of located by the front of the park, right across from the Starbucks, and I feel like they always serve some of my favorite specialty churros here. And for the Halloween season, they have a coffee and donut churro, which is a classic churro rolled in coffee sugar, topped with coffee-infused chocolate sauce, whipped topping, and seasonal sprinkles for $7.50. I myself am very intrigued by this coffee sugar. It sounds quite good, so let's dig in. And that coffee sugar here is definitely the highlight. The flavor that coffee adds is really so good, but it's not like overdone in any way whatsoever. I'm not really sure if the chocolate sauce has much coffee flavor at all, because everything is kind of overpowered after that. Like the sauces are very overpowered by the whipped cream. And it's quite a toasty day, so the whipped cream has kind of just like melted into just a mess in this little boat here, this serving boat, and it's kind of taken over the flavor of the chocolate and everything, so I can't really fully taste that. I wish they didn't even put this whipped cream on here, because I feel like it doesn't need it at all, and the highlight is really that coffee flavor, and this whipped cream just truly does nothing other than make a mess and distract me from that coffee flavor. So the flavor of that coffee is truly great, but I could use no whipped cream on this, to be honest. But overall, this is really good. It kind of reminds me of like a mocha frappuccino from Starbucks in a way, like a mocha coffee. So if you like anything like that, you will probably enjoy this churro. And I definitely enjoy this churro myself. I'm not sure if it's something that I would get again, just because I think we're probably gonna have some churros that are better today, but I do think this is definitely a solid start to our day. And we have so many more churros to try, so we're on to the next. And for churro number 2, I have made my way over to the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail over here by Grizzly River Run. They have a churro cart here carrying the famous Fluffernutter Churro. This is here for the Halloween season, but anytime this churro is around, it's a fan favorite. The Fluffernutter Churro is a classic churro with peanut butter sauce, marshmallow sauce, and chocolate chips for $7.50. Now this is, I believe, the only specialty churro on this list that I have actually tried before, because this Fluffernutter Churro is so popular. They bring it back every year randomly, so there's no telling when it's going to come back. Sometimes they bring it back for Halloween, sometimes they bring it back. I think the last time I had it was like randomly in March, so they just randomly have it at random carts. There's really no telling when they're going to bring it out, but anytime they do have it, it's like a fan favorite, and everyone in the park is talking about it. But how good does that look? All the peanut butter and the marshmallow is all melty on there. The chocolate chips are starting to get melty as well, and that's when this churro is best, when that chocolate starts to melt too. Let's try it out. I mean, there's a reason that this churro keeps coming back year after year, month after month, whenever it is. It is so damn good. And honestly, this tastes way better today than I remember it tasting a year ago or a year and a half ago or 2 years ago whenever I tried it. It's hitting different today for sure. That peanut butter, that marshmallow, that chocolate on there is just all so melty, and it combines so well with the pastry and the cinnamon sugar. Oh my God. It is just so, I don't know if it's just because like the churro is so fresh. I don't know what is going on today, but that is up there. That is a fantastic churro. It kind of reminds me of like when you were younger and you used to have like those peanut butter and fluff sandwiches. I think I only had one like once, but that's totally what it's giving there. But then like throw in some Nutella. I don't know. That's really good. And like I said, far better than I remember that being. It has no business being that good. But truly, if you're like a peanut butter fan, if you like Reese's or anything of that nature, if you are a peanut butter person and you are here while the Fluffernutter Churro is in town, I'd say it's a must try. This is gonna rank very, very high on the list, as it should, and probably to no surprise. That's a damn good churro. For churro number 3, we have made our way over to Pixar Pier at the Goofy's Sky School Churro Cart for the Strawberry Horchata Churro. Now, they do also have this same churro over at the Senor Buzz Churro Cart over by the Incredicoaster, but the Strawberry Horchata Churro is a classic churro rolled in horchata sugar, topped with horchata whip topping, caramel sauce, and fresh strawberries for $7.50. I just love the fresh strawberries on here. I love that they added some fresh fruit, and I'm curious to see how this is kind of all gonna work together. You know, we got strawberry, we got caramel, we've got all that cinnamony kind of horchata flavor going on. We got a lot of flavors going on is kind of what I'm trying to say here. There's a lot going on with this churro, and I'm not usually the biggest fan of horchata, so we'll see how this is. There is a lot of sugar on here. Let me just tell you, this churro is like coated, and it's not your typical like cinnamon sugar coating here. This is like a thicker cinnamon sugar because it's that horchata sugar. I want to try it with that strawberry. I got to get some of the strawberry and that horchata whip topping on this first bite here. Cheers. Okay, guys, hold up. I like this so much more than I thought I would, because I don't think it tastes like horchata really at all. What it really tastes like to me is strawberry shortcake, and the first thing that hit my mouth was those fresh strawberries, and they're so good on here. That totally makes this. Without these fresh strawberries, I feel like it would just taste kind of like a normal churro to me, but the fresh strawberries really are so good on here, and it reminds me so much of strawberry shortcake with like the whipped cream, the strawberries. I don't know. I don't really taste much of the caramel, but this tastes like strawberry shortcake to me, and I love strawberry shortcake, so this is really good, and they really did put quite a bit of strawberries on there. We have officially crossed over into Disneyland, and it's time to start trying some of their churros. The first one we're gonna hit up over here is gonna be at the Haunted Mansion Churro Cart, the Strawbatty Churro. This churro cart is of course located right across from the Haunted Mansion, and this Strawbatty Churro is a strawberry-filled churro rolled in a chocolate cookie dust and drizzled with a cream cheese sauce and topped with a chocolate bat for $7.50. Now, the first thing I noticed when I picked up this churro was just how tiny it was. I was kind of shook, actually. I was like, whoa, I was taken back a little bit. This is not the normal size for the churros that they give you. Normally when you get like the specialty churros, they kind of cut them in half and then they coat each half just because it's like easier to serve and coat that way. This feels like, I don't know, it feels like I guess a total of a half of one of the normal churros. So this is very, very tiny here. I don't know if it's like a different churro altogether because it's stuffed with the strawberry. I don't know what's going on, but this is tiny, and it's the same price as all of the other churros that we have tried so far. So I don't know if they're just marking it up because of the filling or what, but either way, I love like chocolate covered strawberry flavored things, and I have a feeling that's what this is gonna give here. You can kind of see where the strawberry filling is in there. Actually, you can see it better from this end, that the strawberry's in there. I don't know. I feel like this has potential to be great. You know, that's really good. The inside kind of tastes like a jelly donut almost, and it's so chewy and soft on the inside, more soft than your typical Disneyland churro. I feel like this might be like maybe totally different than the regular one. It's almost like a little bit undercooked in the center, which I really liked because it gives it that softness, and the jelly in there, the strawberry, is really, really good. I wish the cream cheese drizzle on top was a little bit thicker because you really can't taste it much at all. But it does all pair really well with the chocolate and the Oreo crumbs on the outside. So overall, I think the flavor is really good on this. I could use more cream cheese, and I think the softness in there is just delicious. The issue I'm having with it is that price for the size. That's like the only issue I really have with that, because I actually do think there's like a good amount of filling in here too. Usually when you get like stuffed things at Disneyland or Disney World, there's not enough of the filling in there. This actually, I will say, has a good amount of filling, but it's just the price that's turning me off a bit from this for the size. So I don't know. It's a good one though. The taste is definitely there. We are moving on to our first churro that is actually not a specialty Halloween churro. This churro is here for the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. There are, I believe, a couple of different carts that have this churro. I found it at the churro cart over kind of by Big Thunder Mountain and Rancho del Zocalo, actually right across from the entrance to the Mark Twain riverboat. I am talking about the 70th Celebration Churro. This is a classic churro rolled in ube sugar, topped with marbled blue raspberry icing and sprinkles for $7.50. All right, we're back to normal sized churros here, so I definitely appreciate that. And for the couple months this churro has been out, it hasn't been getting the best of reviews. Very, very mixed reviews on this one. They lean more towards negative reviews, but as you probably know, I love ube flavored things, and this is dusted in an ube sugar, so I don't know. There's a good chance I really like this. The blue raspberry drizzle though seems like an odd combo, so let's see how it is. You know, it's really crazy because whenever any theme park or anywhere has an ube flavored whatever, I can for the most part get behind it. Like, places are just coming out of the woodworks and turning anything into an ube flavored treat. And I always love it, no matter what it is. If there was anything that I feel like doesn't work as an ube flavored food, it might actually be a churro. It's not bad, but I don't love it, which is really crazy because usually, like I said, anything ube flavored, I'm like just loving. But this, yeah, I don't love it, which is weird. I also do not like those like crunchy pearl sugars. They're just way too rock solid, and they just don't have a pleasant mouthfeel in with the churro. The one thing this churro does have going for it is so fresh. I literally was watching them pull it out of the oven, because if you didn't know, they toast all the churros fresh at the carts here in Disneyland. That's the best part of this churro for sure. It is steaming hot, fresh. But the ube sugar, I don't know. Can't believe I'm saying this. I don't love it. I do not love it. Also, this churro is losing points because it has turned my hands purple. Is my mouth purple too?
Oh my god, your lips are purple.
Really?
And your gums, I swear to god.
It's at the bottom of the list. Since we're about halfway through this challenge, I figured it was time for something classic. It's time to throw a classic churro into the mix. So I grabbed a classic churro from the cart over here by Small World and Matterhorn. You know, I just feel like if we're doing a churro video here at Disneyland, we have to have a classic, just plain old cinnamon sugar churro included in this video here. So here we have a classic, simple churro. And I think this is actually a very fair price for a churro as well, but I did decide to add on a dipping sauce because they have a dipping sauce at this cart. At this cart, as well as the churro cart over by Casey Jr., they have a caramel apple dipping sauce for Halloween. I grabbed that as well, but let's just go for the churro on its own first. The classic, the OG. I feel like you just can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the classics here. But let's see if this caramel apple dip elevates our experience here. It looks just like apple pie filling almost. I do see some chunks of apple. You know, as much as I love apple pie, I feel like this churro just doesn't need it. Just doesn't need it. It's also throwing me off that this is not warm. It's just like room temperature. I wish this was served warm. If this is like warm apple pie filling, we might be on a different story here. Or I feel like it would also be good if it was, they went all out with the caramel apple churro and they maybe like dusted some streusel or some like apple crumble on top, something like that. But the fact that this is just room temperature is throwing me off. It also tastes very artificial. So we're gonna exclude this from the rating as we rate this churro, since it wasn't like that wasn't included in the specialty churro. It was kind of just like a side, an add-on. When we rate this churro, we're just gonna rate the classic churro without the dip. That was just an add-on, because I think the classic churro just on its own is better than the classic churro with the dip. You don't need it. It doesn't need anything else. It's good on its own. Also, side note, it's my cousin's first visit to Disneyland, and she is currently eating her first ever Disneyland churro. Thoughts?
So good. It's so good and crunchy.
Thoughts? Crunchy, good.
Cinnamony. It's delish.
We have made our way into Tomorrowland. The cart over here by Buzz Lightyear is selling a Halloween exclusive chocolate churro with peanut butter. This is a classic churro rolled in chocolate flavored sugar, served with a creamy peanut butter dipping sauce for $7.50. We have another peanut butter churro here. We already had the Fluffernutter Churro over in DCA, and that was obviously phenomenal. And we have another one. This one has competition. And as soon as I open this peanut butter dipping sauce, I noticed this isn't just like regular creamy peanut butter. It looks more like a peanut butter cream, almost like it might be like mixed with sweetened condensed milk. It almost looks like that's the consistency that it's giving. And this churro itself looks like it was coated in maybe Oreos again. So I don't know. We're gonna go for a dunk here. Oh my God, it's like thick though. Did you see that? I couldn't even like pick it up with the churro. That looks good. It's gonna drip everywhere. We've got our peanut butter on there. Let's give it a go. The churro itself doesn't have much chocolate flavor, but this peanut butter dip is so good. It tastes like the inside of a Reese's, but like a more liquidy, creamier version. I can't even put my finger on there's like something that this tastes exactly like that I'm trying to think of. There's like something that's in my head that this tastes exactly like. What is it? I can't think of it right now, but this sauce is so good. Like whatever they have mixed this with, I don't know what they have concocted this with, but it's so good. Is this better than the Fluffernutter? No. But if you're in Disneyland and you're not going to DCA and you want a churro with some peanut butter flavor, will this suffice? Yes, it's really good. It's just not better than the Fluffernutter. The churro itself though, on that bite of the churro, it tastes a little bit salty actually. Oh. So actually, the churro on its own is quite good. It's just when you mix it with the peanut butter takes over the flavor and you don't get the chocolate. I don't know, I like both these. It's pretty solid. We have come to the conclusion that it tastes like a Girl Scout cookie, like the peanut butter patty Girl Scout cookies, the ones that are covered in chocolate. That's what we've landed on. So,
oh me.
Yeah, my cousin thought of that one, and she's totally right. That's what it tastes like. Now we only have one more churro to get to here in Disneyland, and that is going to come from the churro cart right in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle. Here they have the Citrus Churro, which is a churro tossed in a citrus orange sugar. You can get this with a side of blueberry lemon dipping sauce, which is vanilla frosting mixed with blueberry compote, which I had to grab as well. Now I know this citrus churro might not be on a lot of people's radars, but it is on my radar. I love citrus flavored things. Blueberry lemon is my favorite flavor combo, as you may know. So this churro is actually like right up my alley, and there is a good chance this is a front runner for me if it is executed well. The churro itself is citrus flavored, and then you have to add on this dipping sauce, and it's very like liquidy. It also looks like it's maybe like yogurty, like there's just like blueberries chilling, just like floating in this dipping sauce here. So I don't know how this is gonna go. It's like, it's so liquidy. It's not like it said frosting, but it's just like liquid. I don't know. The dip is weird. It's like separated a little. There's some dairy in here that's like separated, and it's so liquidy, like I said. This is supposed to be like frosting, so I don't know. Let me try the churro on its own. But then the churro on its own doesn't have enough citrus flavor at all. It's like just the slightest hint. I was hoping since this was orange, it would taste almost like a creamsicle churro. I feel like that would be amazing. If this was like an orange citrus churro and then they served it with just like a vanilla frosting and then it was like a creamsicle churro, I don't know how that would be Halloween necessarily or how this is Halloween at all, but it is unfortunately poorly executed. It's not that the churro is bad because it's not, it just tastes like a regular churro. If I'm like being honest, with the slightest hint of citrus, it's just not what I was expecting, and it's not what it's advertised as. This dip, however, not a fan. Which is surprising again, because lemon blueberry, that's my jam. So this one's a little bit of a letdown, which I'm surprised about. I thought this was gonna be like the underdog for me, but it's coming up short. All right, since we finished up over in Disneyland, we have made our way into Disney California Adventure to finish out our challenge here. We do have 3 more churros to get, and I made my way over to Hollywoodland to get our next one. Here we can find the Halloweentown Mayor Churro. This is a classic churro rolled in graham cracker sugar with marshmallow cream and a chocolate drizzle for $7.50. And tell me this isn't just the most beautifully presented churro. The cast member over there just really did his big one with this one. The marshmallow swirl, the chocolate drizzle, it just all looks perfect. It's getting me even more excited to eat this churro, and I don't know how it's like a Halloweentown mayor, maybe like the colors, the black with the white, I guess, but this is more like a s'mores churro to me, and I do love me some s'mores, so again, another one that's kind of like right up my alley. This should be good. I also love how they mix like graham cracker in with the actual sugar, and it's not just like plain cinnamon sugar. There's a ton of marshmallow on here too, which you'll love to see. Okay, here's the deal. This is really good. It's really good. The graham cracker sugar, favorite part by far. I think that's so unique. I think it's so good. And I like how, I hate how when things are like supposed to be s'mores-like, and they don't have any graham cracker. You need the graham cracker. And I love that graham cracker sugar. I also, monorail. I also like the marshmallow cream on top. I think it's really thick, really delicious, and there's plenty of it. What I don't like is this chocolate sauce. It kind of just tastes like bad quality, like Hershey's chocolate sauce from the fridge. And that's really the downfall of this churro. If they use like a higher quality fudge or something of that nature, this might be the best churro of the day, but that chocolate sauce really just brings it down a level. Another thing that would make this amazing is if they mixed in a little bit of salt with that graham cracker sugar. That would be fantastic. But this chocolate's a big bummer for me because the Hershey's like fridge syrup, it's not cutting it. Or if this just had like chocolate chips like the Fluffernutter Churro, if they just sprinkled some chocolate chips on top and they kind of let them like melt away, we'd be having a different situation here. But the chocolate sauce brings this churro down quite a bit, unfortunately. Man, if it wasn't for the chocolate. 2 more to go, and next up is the churro that I have been most excited to try this entire day. Over in Avengers Campus at Terran Treats, right across from Guardians, they have the Celestial Chocolate Churro, which is a churro rolled in cocoa sugar, topped with pistachio cream, chocolate sauce, crispy phyllo dough crumbles, and crushed pistachios for $7.50. So yes, this is kind of like a Dubai chocolate churro. I know people are getting sick of the Dubai chocolate craze. I'm not. I am just getting started, and I hope it stays around forever. I love anything Dubai chocolate, and this looks so good. Look at how much of that pistachio cream is on top. It looks almost like a pistachio mousse almost, and I love that they have the fresh pistachios on there, and they did not forget the phyllo dough either. They've got everything. Now, there is also chocolate sauce on here, which I'm really hoping after the last churro that it's not that like same Hershey's chocolate sauce. I hope it's like a better quality chocolate sauce, but I guess we'll see. Oh no, I'm gonna lose some of that pistachio. Saved it. All right, we gotta go for a dunk in all of these different toppings there. I mean, how good does that look? Okay, let's try it out. This is gonna give the Fluffernutter some trouble. This is gonna give the Fluffernutter some trouble for sure. This is so good. I'm not surprised though. I'm loving this Dubai chocolate craze, and I love that they kind of made a Dubai chocolate churro here. I can't tell if that chocolate is that same Hershey's chocolate. I have a feeling it probably is, but I can't really taste it because all of the other amazing pistachio flavor is masking it. The pistachio whipped cream, it tastes more like a whipped cream. It does have a little bit of an artificial taste, but it's still good, and I love those crushed pistachios on there. I feel like that's the game changer in those. Those crushed pistachios are so good. The phyllo dough, amazing. It has an amazing mouthfeel on there. This is really dang good. I absolutely love this, and I will probably be getting another one of these before we leave. I think we're about to get a show. This is amazing. This might take over the #1 spot. I don't know. I still have to decide. I need to sit on it for a minute after I finish my last churro, which is coming up next. The time has finally come for our final churro, our 11th churro of the day. Guys, I am so sick of churros. I never want to look at a churro again, but we've made our way to Cars Land. There's another specialty churro here that we have to grab. It's actually sounding really good, a pumpkin pie churro. You can grab this over at Cozy Cone 1. It's a churro topped with pumpkin cream and pie crust pieces for $6.99. Just by looks, this is reminding me a lot of the carrot cake churro, which is my favorite churro that they have ever had at Disneyland. I think I might have mentioned it in the beginning, but it has that like little pumpkin the crumble on top, so it looks a lot like that. And again, they all look good. I'm gonna say it looks good, but they all really do look good. So again, we got to get some of that pumpkin cream on top. I don't know if it tastes so much like pumpkin. It definitely has a bit of pumpkin, but it tastes more like a spice cake. Like it's very high in the spices, like the warming kind of fall spices. And I think that tastes pretty good. Yeah. With that, we have officially eaten all 11 churros that are currently at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. And before we get to my official ranking, I want to hear from you guys. Drop me a comment down below letting me know which churro that I tried today that you want to try the most. As for my least favorite churro that I tried today, number 11 on the list is going to be the citrus churro. There really wasn't much citrus flavor at all, and that dipping sauce really was not good. It was liquidy, and the blueberries floating around in there did not work. Number 10, the second worst, would be the 70th anniversary churro. The ube sugar on a churro also did not work, and when combined with the blue raspberry frosting, it wasn't a good combo. In the number 9 spot, I have the pumpkin pie churro. I don't know if that's just because I ate it last and I was sick of churros at this point, but it really just wasn't anything to write home about. Number 8 is going to be the Halloweentown Mayor Churro. This one would have been higher up on the list, actually probably very high on the list if it wasn't for that chocolate sauce. Number 7 is the first churro of the day, the coffee and donut churro. I really liked that coffee sugar, but I could have done without the whipped cream. Number 6 is the Strawbatty Churro, that churro that was stuffed with the strawberry. The flavors were on point with this one, and it might have been a little higher on the list had it not been very small for the price. Number 5 was that chocolate peanut butter churro. I think the churro here was really good and had a great salty flavor, and that peanut butter dipping sauce was amazing as well. Number 4, the strawberry horchata churro. This one really surprised me. There was so much great cinnamon flavor, and those fresh strawberries gave it a really great strawberry shortcake vibe. Number 3, we're just going with the classic churro. You really cannot go wrong with this one. Number 2, the Celestial Chocolate Churro, or the Dubai Chocolate Churro. I really loved the flavor of that pistachio, as well as the crunchy pistachios and phyllo dough on top. And finally, drum roll please, number 1 is the Fluffernutter Churro. This one is a tried and true for a reason. The peanut butter, marshmallow, and chocolate combo is hard to beat. Well, I am officially not eating churros again for a very long time, but thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I appreciate all of your support. If you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.